Well, welcome to the tour of our first phase of our new church. It's under construction. Construction began in December of 2009, and it's finished in October of 2010. Want to come through the construction gate? Okay, the two niches are for our statues of the Holy Family. One side will be the Blessed Mother, the other side will be Jesus and St. Joseph. Those are in phase 3 when we do the final artwork. The door, of course, is going to be a real door. This one right now is just so that they can get the machinery in and out for the second phase of the construction. And there'll be cement work around the door and also cement work around the window up there. This section over here is going to be the bathrooms, and we are now going to go through. We're coming into what will be the gift shop, 2 windows. The wrought iron that's in here is for to go around the bell tower. Right here there's going to be a wall, and then this will be the vestry sacristy, where the priests and the servants and the deacons will get ready for Mass. We're going to go up the stairs to the choir loft. This is going to be the elevator, but we don't have an elevator now, so we have to climb the steps, and there are 35 steps. On this side will be a solid wall. This is the elevator, and come on into the choir loft, or what will be the choir loft. If you want to take a look that way, it's probably the best view you'll get of the whole interior. The church is 19,515 square feet, 733,451 cubic feet. The people who put the windows have called this our Celtic window because it has that very Irish feel to it. The choir loft will be built in a stadium fashion with the front area for the musical instruments. The glass in each window weighs 280 pounds. The ceiling is scheduled to be tongue and groove wood finish. The beams in the third phase will be clad in wood. They'll stay open. This is the bell tower. If you want to come in. This is the way up to it, where eventually the bell will be rung. It will be a hand-rung bell. That window was not part of the original design of the church, but the pastor thought the bell tower was too dark, so now we have the window. Okay? And now we're going into the vestibule. This will be an area with solid wall, but with glass windows in the wall, so that children who are having problems can be brought out here, and once they calm down, they can get back in with the community. We will not have a choir room. Over here will be the memorial wall, where we'll list all of the donors and at the memorial that they've donated. This is to be the baptismal font. It's plumbed for running water and baptism by immersion. But while St. Margaret Mary's has its present pastor, we won't have either, since running water makes people run to the bathroom, and those of you who have babies know when you put babies into water, they pee. And I won't baptize a baby in the pee of another baby. The floor is at the level that you're at now, the baptismal font level. It will be a hollow floor on pilings so that we can change the electricity, the electrical cords, and also we're going to cool the church from the floor. You can see where the cold air will come in, it'll rise from the floor, and then those are the outtakes up there. These squares will actually become arches. Over each of the arch will go our one of the stations of the cross. Our stations are 4 feet high by 2 feet wide. They come from a Slovak parish in Ohio that was closed. I didn't think there was any problem with that. Come on. I didn't think there was any problem with that because we could always just put English titles over the Slovak. But the committee decided to respect the church that they came from. We will not change the titles. They'll keep their original Slovak titles. Problem with that is that it looks like Polish. Slovak looks like Polish. It's not Polish, but it looks like Polish. And people are going to say that the Polish pastor put Polish Stations of the Cross in their new church. He didn't. They're Slovak stations, but only you and I will really know that. The windows are translucent. Translucent windows are what they used in Baroque architecture. This is a mission-style church, and it belongs to the Baroque architectural period. Baroque architects came after Gothic. Gothic architects used stained glass. The Baroque architects, probably because they just didn't want to use the old-fashioned stuff, did not use stained glass. They used translucent glass to play with the lights. St. Peter's in Rome is a Baroque church, and it has the exact same kinds of windows that we do. But St. Peter's in Rome has one stained glass window, and if you look behind you right over there, this will be the one stained glass window in St. Margaret Mary's. It's going to be the stained glass window for the confessional. This area here is the confessional and a work sacristy that will have hot running water for the altar guild to use. The sanctuary will have the same kind of elevated floor that the rest of the church has. There'll be stairs all the way around, but at both corners of the sanctuary, here and over there, there will be a broken altar rail so that this church will also be friendly for the Latin Mass. The round windows, their diameter is 7 feet. We have pictures of workers standing at the bottom of them, reaching up to the top of them, but where they're located so high it doesn't look that. Over here will be a lift so that the sanctuary area will be handicap accessible. We are going to have 2 major shrines in the church. You can see them over there. That will be the Sacred Heart and Our Lady of Guadalupe. There will also be 2 minor shrines of 4-foot statues, St. Jude and St. Lorenzo Ruiz, the patron of the Philippines. We will have 18 chandeliers and a device that will be able to plug in the wall and lower the chandeliers so that we can change the lights and clean them and then raise them back up again. One of the problems with new churches, especially high ones, is changing lights, where it has to be done once a year, but once you do it, a week later, there's probably going to be another light burnt out, so we won't face that problem. This is the way out, and if you look straight ahead, that's a view that's almost as nice as Lake Havasu. Also look up and see the ceilings. That's it. Well, the only thing is, one of the early meetings that we had with the construction people, the diocese, and the architects, the pastor raised the issue, what about lightning protection? And everybody laughed at him. The second meeting we had, they came back and said, hey, you know what? We need lightning protection. And you can see the lightning rods. They're all over the roof, down and up, so that we do now have lightning protection. The lightning protection and the window in the bell tower are the pastor's 2 contributions.